gives them a 3-2 record in the division, and Middletown and Mill Marsh both at 5-0, and they are playing each other tonight, this being the penultimate week of the regular season, and so one of those teams is going to win, and one of those teams, that winner is going to end up with no more than one loss. So Palmyra cannot win the division, but they still have a chance to make the district playoffs. But right now, they are right on the edge. They are number 8. Earlier, actually, this week, they were listed number 9, and then there was a change in the standings, and they moved up to number 8. They take 8 teams from 5A, and so the Cougars are right now on the edge. They're on the inside, but they are going to an uphill climb in order to make the playoffs, and the first step on that climb is defeating Trinity tonight. The Cougars, as we said, come in 6-2 and have a terrific, really a terrific running game. And last week, even in their loss 32-24 to East Pennsboro, they had 3 players that rushed for over 100 yards, and they are the 3 that you would expect: Peter Robertson, Carl Regal, and Alon Rhett. Rhett is the leading rusher for the Cougars. He has rushed 98 times for 706 yards and 6 touchdowns. He has scored 8 touchdowns this season, but the leading scorer for the Cougars is Carl Regal. Regal has scored 9 touchdowns on the ground with his 566 yards. But he has scored 12 touchdowns overall, 1 receiving and then 2 on special teams. So doing a terrific job. It's Carl Regal with those 12 touchdowns. And then Peter Robertson, the quarterback, is 369 yards and 4 touchdowns. His passing, he's hitting 58% of his passes, 58 for 100, 711 yards, 6 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. An efficient quarterback, but not a particularly accurate one. The leading receiver for Palmyra is Braden Burnett, 18 receptions for 302 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Cougars have lost what I think is a very valuable receiver in Mason Cooper. No, he is not injured. He's not out. Just been switched to the tackle position. He was number 21. Now he's number 78. And, it was thought that by switching him to the tackle position, it would improve the running game. Well, they had a pretty good running game before that switch. Again, last week was the first week that he played tackle, and they had 3 100-yard rushers. But I hate to see him not eligible to catch passes because he's a great target and has been for 3 years here at Palmyra. And but they're losing those hands to get some blocking. And of course, he's a big guy, is Cooper, and so he will be valuable on the offensive line, 6'5" and 210. But also did a good job as a tight end in his blocking as well. So maybe a little bit of a controversial move there, but. The Cougars tonight will try to get that running game going. They really depend on it. And they'll look for that as tonight against the Shamrocks. Griffin Weidler is their kicker. I just got the ballot, by the way, for the all-county team. Weidler is not on the ballot in the kicking department, which really surprises me because he is, in my mind, the best kicker in the county. 30 extra points and 4 field goals along with 26. But with most of the teams having adventurous time in the kicking game, Griffin Weidler has been one steady influence and steady force for the Cougars in that department. Switching sides to the Shamrocks of Trinity, again 2-6 on the season, 1-4 in the Capital Division. They are led by Casey Bogoski. Casey, we saw him earlier, if you recall. We did our first broadcast of the year was Trinity against Ando Cleona, and that was a win for Trinity, 55-27 over Ando Cleona. But right now they're in kind of a slide. They have lost their last 4 games, including their thumping last week as they lost to Milton Hershey 48-14, but Milton Hershey can really roll up the points, so not really surprising. Again, Casey Boguski, their quarterback, he leads the team. He has 3 touchdowns this year, 182 yards rushing, as the Cougars are about to take the field. Cougars are in their orange jerseys tonight, black pants and white helmets. And actually they are walking, at least to the end line, the end of the band. Still walking out instead of rushing out as you expect a football team to do. They are walking in rows and holding hands. So kind of a different look for the Cougars tonight as they enter the field. Casey Boguski, 87 completions, 155 attempts, 780 yards, 8 touchdowns, but 10 interceptions. Leading rusher for Trinity, and of course their numbers are not as gaudy, you might say, as the Cougars. Trey Moody. Moody with averaging about 4 yards per carry, 101 rushes for 408 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also has 19 receptions for 88 yards and 1 score. Again, the passing game, not a major offensive weapon for Trinity. They rely on the ground game primarily. But their leading scorer is Colby Allen Rigg. He has scored 6 touchdowns this year. Trey Moody with 4, and then 3 each for Boguski and Alex Schlager, who I thought was going to probably be their number 1 receiver this year. And he started out that way, but has caught only 15 balls for 239 yards. Right now, they're honoring or remembering 2 ex-Palmyra folks who passed away this week. Ryan Monk, an ex-Cougar player, and Patricia Bachman, who was the principal at Pine Street Elementary School. And so a moment of silence in memory of them. We would also like to introduce a former member of the Palmyra football program, Ryan Monk, who is currently enrolled in car accident this week. Ryan is a 2015 graduate from Palmyra High School and participated on the football team for 3 years at Notre Dame. He was survived by his mom and younger sister. Our thoughts and prayers with Ryan's family tonight. The team is wearing stickers to honor Ryan and his contribution and commitment to the Palmyra football program. Please join us in taking a moment of silence to remember Mr. Bachman and Ryan Monk. Thank you. Please remain standing. And now we'll take a quick time out. You're listening to High School Football on WLVR.
Full-service law firm, Riley Wolfson is committed to excellence in the practice of law, including estate planning and administration, family law, business law, real estate, and personal injury. For over 75 years, Riley Wolfson has been an integral part of the Lebanon Valley community, helping individuals and businesses manage their legal issues. This is Corey Lamoureux of Riley Wolfson. I invite you to call us at 273-3733 or visit our website, RileyWolfson.com.
This is Dave Oslenhell. I'm joined by Skip Becker of the Sun newspaper. And Skip, you really cover local sports.
We do, Dave. You know, high school sports are a big part of Sun Country community life. And the Sun has staff covering every Sun Country high school game every season of the year. The Cougars, the Spartans, the Trojans, the Falcons are all part of our sports beat. The Sun has a special sports section in each week's paper. If you want to see and read about your hometown team, you need to get the Sun delivered right to your mailbox. Just call us, 566-3251. It's only $28 a year.
If you are 50 pounds or more overweight and suffer from a serious illness such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or sleep apnea, bariatric surgery may be right for you. Learn more from WellSpan bariatric surgeon Jason Marone at a free information session on Wednesday, November 9th at 6:30 p.m. The program will be held at the Palmyra Public Library. Registration is required by calling 717-721-8795.
One night in the year at Bucks Slang Stadium. The Cougars on the near sideline. The Trinity Shamrocks have not taken the field yet. And we're just a couple of minutes away from the start of this game, but waiting for the Shamrocks to take the field, and then the captains will come forward to reenact the coin toss. It's quad captains for Palmyra. Shane Gregris is one of those captains. I believe Mason Cooper is one. And also for Palmyra, Peter Robertson, and I think it might be Alon Rett, but I haven't, his number is blocked from me at the moment. No, it's Carl Regal. Carl Regal, number 22.
Also for tonight, we would like to recognize all of our military personnel this evening. If you are an active or retired member of any of our great Indian military, would you please stand for a recognition?
The Trinity Shamrocks have taken the field, but they are still standing in the end zone to our left. And so we are waiting for them to come out on the field, and they do, running, whereas the Cougars came out on the field walking, again in a rather different posture. Other games among the Lebanon County teams tonight, Cedar Crest is at Elizabethtown. Columbia is visiting northern Lebanon. The Lebanon Cedars are at Manheim Township. Ambo-Cleona, big game against Petway Valley. We'll talk about Ambo-Cleona and their playoff possibilities at halftime, and Elko at Muhlenberg. And Elko also right in the hunt too, although they're going to need some help, as will Ambo-Cleona. And right now the Cougars have quad captains taking the field. They also have Ryan Monk's jersey. A moment of silence for him and Patricia Bachman. Monk played 3 years, as you may have heard, from the public address announcer, and they are carrying his jersey as they meet at the center of the field with the officials. Also members of the military are out there in the center, and first responders who the Cougars have honored this evening. Officials talking things over with the captains. And now they are moving, and we'll see, it looks like Trinity has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. And so the Cougars will receive the opening kickoff. And they'll move from left to right across your WLBR dial. And you are listening to high school football on your full-service radio station in the Lebanon Valley, 1270 AM WLBR in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Just about ready to get started with tonight's game. So glad you could join us. So put your feet up and enjoy some, what I hope is good high school football tonight. Ethan Hurska is going to kick it off for Trinity. Or at least that was the original plan, but looks like the Trinity has changed kickers, and it's going to be Colby Allen Rigg who will kick it off. Trinity all in white as far as jerseys and pants are concerned, and wearing dark helmets. Very nice uniforms. Easy to see the numbers for both teams. Carl Eagle is deep for Palmyra. And Colby Rigg on the near hash mark to kick it away, and he hits, it's pretty short, and it is taken by one of the up men back across the 30-yard line to the 35, and to about the 37-yard line. Taking the opening kickoff was Robert Taylor. And so the Cougars take over 1st and 10. From their own, I'd say 36, let's call it a 36-yard line. Peter Robertson at quarterback. And he's in the shotgun with a running back to either side of him and 2 wide receivers to the near side. And the handoff is going to Regal, it looks like, and Regal busts open, and he's across the 40, there he goes! Carl Regal to the 20, 15, 10-5, touchdown! No flags, first play of the game, 63-yard run, Carl Regal, his 13th touchdown of the season. And what a way to start.
74 yards in the opening play of the game,
Oh, Regal, 63 yards on the scamper. And it's Weidler to try the extra point. Left-footed kicker. Snap is good. Spot. And the kick is up. And it is good. So we've played just 19 seconds. And it is Palmyra 7 and Trinity nothing. And let's keep it right here as the Cougars get off to a great start. As Regal sweeping to the right side of the offensive line. And picked up a couple of good blocks, broke a couple of tackles, and then once he got into Trinity territory, well, he was gone. So one play for the Cougars, and that goes for a touchdown, and now they'll kick it off to the Shamrocks. We're just 19 seconds in. And the Cougars with a quick 7-0 lead. You can't start much better than that. And again, for Regal, his 13th touchdown on the season, his 10th on the ground. Cougars getting ready to kick it off. Looks like Matt Hines is going to kick it off. Matt Hines from the far hash mark, kicking from left to right. And Hines, and he hits a line drive, a very nice kick, and it's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. And Trinity will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. That's the kind of kick that coaches love. No return. And that can be a great weapon. The Cougars defense loves to pin their opponents back. And now Trinity comes out. Boguski is the quarterback. And Trey Moody now comes in motion to the near side from the backfield, but the handoff is to the one man that was still in the backfield. And that was Colby Allen Rigg, and doesn't get much. In fact, it looks like he might have lost a half a yard back to the 19-yard line. Let's call it 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11, no huddle, as Boguski in the shotgun with a man in motion, and Boguski back to pass, and he's going to throw long down the middle of the field, and looks like it's incomplete. Looked like they had it for a minute, but no, it's incompleted forward pass intended for Jack McHale, and it'll be 3rd and 11. Not a bad ball, though, thrown by Boguski. 3rd and 11, again, no huddle. McHale, who is the intended receiver, now moves in the slot to the far side. Wide receivers both ways. And now man in motion from the wide side. Boguski back to pass. Drills it to the far side, and it's thrown into the Trinity bench and incomplete. And it's 4th down and 11, and Trinity will have to kick it away. We've only played 53 seconds. So it's a 3 and out for the Shamrocks. And Colby Allen Rigg will kick it away. He is standing inside his 10-yard line to get the snap. And the snap's a pretty good one. He runs up for it, then kicks one, kind of a line drive. It's going to have a good roll, though. And Regal's just going to let it go, and it's going to die at about the 32-yard line. So that's where the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32. We played just 65 seconds of this first quarter. Palmyra leading 7-0 and looking for more. Cougars scored on the first play if you just joined us. Now have the ball back after the defense forced a 3 and out and a punt by Trinity. Robertson at quarterback. It's got running back side away. The handoff is to Rhett, and now on Rhett for a tough yard. Got to about the 33, and that's about it. It's going to be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 for the Cougars. Also back in the backfield is Matt Hines for Palmyra. At least he was in that first play. Now they are going to send Wazalewski wide to this near side. And two wide receivers to the far side. Now one of them comes in motion toward the backfield. That's Regal. Regal behind, and he gets the handoff. Regal spinning out of one tackle, but can't spin out of the others, and a loss on the play back to around the 30-yard line, maybe the 31. A loss of a couple, and it's going to be third down and a long 11, close to 12 for Palmyra from around their own 31-yard line. Cougars making a number of substitutions. Sean Carter comes into the game. Carter, a 5'8 sophomore, as a wide receiver. Coming to the near side is Wazalewski, and Nate Hawkins is going to come in the slot to the near side. Two wide receivers to the far side. Just one man in the backfield, along with Robertson, who goes back to pass. Looking now, he's throwing out long on the far sideline, and it is caught. A catch by Burnett for a first down into Trinity territory at around the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 43. So a first down conversion for Palmyra. Their second first down of the game. Perfect pass from Robertson. Now again, two wide receivers to the near side, one to the far side. And again, Robertson in the shotgun, and a handoff to no one. Robertson's going to keep it, 40, and to about the 37-yard line before he's finally tripped up. Good tackle that time by Sean Scott for the Shamrocks. But Robertson, with his first carry, gets to about the 37-yard line. Let's call it a gain of 6, make it second down and 4. Second and 4 for Palmyra from the Trinity 37-yard line. And again, Wazalewski wide to this near side. And a man inside of him, and one receiver to the far. And a handoff, and a sweep to this near side, but not much running room that time for, it looked like Eddie Cannon. Eddie Cannon, yes, it was Cannon with the carry. Got to around the 35. Well, they're going to spot it at the 34. So a gain of 3, make it third down, and it's a long yard to go. So another third down situation for Palmyra. Third and a long one for the Cougars from the Trinity 34-yard line. And I think they're in 4-down territory here. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. I would suspect so. Robertson again in the shotgun. Barking signals, hand off to Cannon. Cannon is swarmed under before he got to the line of scrimmage. Lost maybe a half a yard, and it's going to be fourth down, and let's call it 2. Fourth and 2, and let's see what the Cougars are going to do here as Regal comes back in the game for Cannon. And also coming back in is Wazalewski, Kyle Wazalewski for Palmyra, as they're going to go for it on fourth down. We mentioned it might be four down territory, and it is. Two wide receivers far side, one to the near side. Regal and Rett behind. And the handoff is to Regal. Sweep to the far side. He is hit in the backfield and dumped, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs to the Shamrocks. Good defense by the Shamrocks, and particularly by number 86, Isaac Somerville, who made the tackle. So the ball at the 35-yard line as Palmyra turns the ball over on downs. 7:04 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Palmyra on a 63-yard run by Carl Regal. And that was on the first play of the game. Now Boguski from the shotgun, and fakes the handoff, swings out to the out to the near side, and it is caught out there by Ty Knopp, and Knopp getting some pretty good yardage that time, about 6 yards to the 41. Make it second and 4. Second and 4 from the 41-yard line. Trinity with the ball, and the handoff up the middle, and first down yardage, very nicely done by Trey Moody. Moody to the 45-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down, and it is Trinity's first down of the game. And again, no huddle. Roguski with Moody right next to him, and Moody gets the hand. No, Roguski keeps it and then pitches it over on the far side, and some good running room as crossing the 45-yard line of Palmyra all the way down to the 41, and a first down for the Shamrocks. The pitch out to Sean Scott. So 2 first downs, consecutive first downs for Trinity. Scott, by the way, can play quarterback, and in fact right now is going to, looks like he's going to take the snack on this play. The handoff is to Trey Moody, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So good gang tackling that time for Palmyra, right in the middle of the line. And leading tackler that time, Dylan Templin. They might have gotten a half a yard on the play. They're going to give him a yard, and let's call it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 for the Shamrocks from the Palmyra 40-yard line. 5.5 minutes to play first quarter. And the pitch out going to the near side, but not much running room that time for Trey Ruiz. His first carry. Ruiz gets inside the 40 to the 38, but it's going to be third down, and let's call it 7. 3rd and 7 for the Shamrocks from the 38-yard line of Palmyra. Sean Scott continues at quarterback. Scott's marking signals, tried to get Palmyra to move, and then after they did not move, he looks over to the far sideline for the play. Now Moody in motion to the near side, and Sean Scott behind, and the pass is nearly picked up, but it is caught. And with some good running room is Ruiz, and he goes all the way down inside the 25 to about the 23. Trey Ruiz with a good catch there that time. Zach Quinn looked like he was going to jump the route, but wasn't able to get it, and Ruiz did. And now another good Trey Moody with the carry, and he gets across the 20 and inside the 22, about the 18-yard line. Another good pickup. You're going to spot it at the 19-yard line. 2nd down and about 5. 2nd and 5. And Scott hands it off to Moody once again, and Moody breaks one tackle and gets close to the 15-yard line before he's finally taken down. Moody off the right-hand side of the offensive line. Got to the 15. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1 for the Shamrocks. Sean Scott is the quarterback right now for Trinity, and he makes it and keeps it himself. It looks like he has picked up the first down to about the 13-yard line. Officials stop the clock to move the chains. And they spotted at the 6. Good move, good run by Moody. And it's 1st and goal for the Shamrocks. And Moody's got to have the ball again, getting inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. It's been a good drive for Trinity. Almost all of it on the ground. Scott, once again, and he wasn't expecting that, I think, and now a flag, and that could be procedure, and it is against Trinity. That's a big penalty, because they had a 2nd and goal from about the 2 or 3 yard line. Now it's going to go back to the 7. 2nd and goal. Sean Scott. Scott looking and throwing into the end zone, and it is caught, I believe, and it is a touchdown. A touchdown. I think it's Trey Ruiz who caught it. No, it's going to be Ty Knopp, his first touchdown of the season. Ty Knopp. 7-yard touchdown pass from Sean Scott. For Scott, his 2nd touchdown pass of the year. They're going to go for 2. Scott with Moody behind him in the shotgun, and he's going to quick out, and the pass is off the hands of the receiver, but then incomplete. And so the two-point conversion is no good, but Trinity has scored. It cut the lead to 1. It's Palmyra 7 and Trinity 6, 3:01 to play. First quarter. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to high school football on WLBR.
On your next gift-giving occasion, give the gift of choice. The Lebanon Valley Mall gift card is the perfect hassle-free gift for all occasions. Available in denominations from $10 to $500, it's always a perfect fit. No more worries about size or style when you can choose from more than 45 stores, including Boscov's and Hobby Lobby. There are no per-card purchase fees and free balance inquiry via phone or online. Available only at the Lebanon Valley Mall, just west of Lebanon on Route 422. Become a fan on Facebook.
That night here from Bucks Point Stadium, Trinity's on the board. It's 7-6 Palmyra. Trinity with a nice drive. 9 plays, 65 yards. And it took 3 minutes and 3 seconds. And here comes the kickoff. It's taken by one of the up men. Might be Cooper. It is Mason Cooper. And the Cooper run out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. So a very nice drive by Trinity, but could not get the two-point conversion, and the Cougars take over 1st and 10, and they're going to spot it at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Palmyra from their own 38. With Robertson at quarterback, and he's got running backs on either side, back to pass, looking out far side. The pass is incomplete. He was intending it for Braden Burnett, who made a real nice catch on that last drive, which stalled. So it's 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars from their own 38-yard line. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 7-6 Palmyra. Just one man in the backfield who's like Regal, and now the officials whistle everything dead, and Palmyra's going to be called for a procedure. So the Cougars, well, not really in sync after that first play, and they lose 5 yards on the procedure penalty. Trinity had one just a minute or so ago, but it didn't hurt them as they got the touchdown pass from Scott to Knott. Now the Cougars come out. One wide receiver to the near side, 3 to the far side. Just one man in the backfield with quarterback Robertson, who goes back to pass. Looks, now he throws it over the middle, and it's caught by Burnett, and Burnett getting close to the midfield stripe to around the 48-yard line. Looks like he has a first down. And he does. Very nice. Pick up the 15 for Burnett. Let's give him 16 to the 49. So big first down conversion there. And the Cougars come out with 2 men to the near side, 2 receivers to the far. And just one man in the backfield with Robertson. Robertson looking over the defense, and now takes the snap and hands it off to Regal. Regal spinning across the 50 and to about the 46-yard line of Trinity. A pickup of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 for the Cougars from the 46. Approaching 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, 7-6 Palmyra. Cougars looking to extend this drive at 2nd and 5. 3 wide receivers to the near side, just 1 to the far. As Robertson arc signals and then hands it off to Rhett, and Rhett is stacked up in the backfield for a loss of about 2 to the 48-yard line of Trinity. Alon Rhett getting nowhere that time. And it's going to make it 3rd and about 7. Oh, they're going to give him some generous forward progress. And let's call it 3rd and 6 from the 47 of Trinity. Alon has not been able to get things going so far. Now again, 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Brett, the only man in the backfield with Robertson. And Robertson back to pass, straight back. Now looks, throws, and it is caught. And it's a first down for Burnett as he gets across the 35 to the 34-yard line of Trinity. Braden Burnett having a real nice night. That's his third catch. You're going to spot it football length from the 35-yard line, close to the near hash mark, with less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Now it's Robertson with Rhett in the backfield with him. Two wide receivers both ways, and he rolls out to the far side as Robertson tries to cut in, gets a little bit of a block, and then is swarmed under, across the 35 to about the 33-yard line, and that will be the last play of the first quarter. With the score, Palmyra 7 and Trinity 6. Let's wait. I believe that will be it as the clock ticking down to 10 seconds. I don't think they'll run another play as they don't seem to be rushing. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, I think that will be it. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Palmyra 7, Trinity 6. You're listening to high school football on WLBR.
We all have times when we want to make home improvements, whether it's a kitchen or a deck. Your home's equity can help you make those improvements. At Members First Federal Credit Union, they can help you with a home equity line of credit. At great rates, no prepayment penalties, no points, and no closing costs. Plus, you can access your Members First Home Equity Line of Credit anytime. To apply for your Members First Home Equity Line of Credit, stop by any branch location or visit membersfirst.org. Members First Federal Credit Union. They put members first.
Other restrictions or conditions may apply. Members First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender.
For more than 75 years, Riley Wolfson has been helping individuals and businesses in the Lebanon Valley manage their legal concerns, including estate planning and administration, family law, business law, real estate, and personal injury. Riley Wolfson is a full-service law firm committed to providing quality and personal service to its clients. This is Tim Sheffy, one of the partners at Riley Wolfson. I invite you to call us at 273-3733 or visit our website, RileyWolfson.com.
Back here at Bucks Wang Stadium, Len Knighton with you. Second quarter action about ready to start with Palmyra and Trinity. Palmyra leading 7-6. They scored on the very first play of the game. Carl Riegel with a 63-yard run. Ty Knopp caught a touchdown pass from 7 yards out by Sean Scott. With Trinity missed the two-point conversion, and so the Cougars with a 7-6 lead. Two men in the backfield for Palmyra. Looks like Hines is back there with Riegel, and Riegel gets the handoff and right up the middle, and he's got a first down and a lot more as Riegel keeps going down to about the 20-yard line, close to the red zone for Palmyra. They're going to mark it right at the 20-yard line with a first down for Palmyra. It was a nice inside handoff to Riegel, and he had a big hole. Now two wide receivers to the far side, one to the near side. And Hines and Riegel back there with Robertson, and the handoff going to no one. Robertson keeping it, and he is going to be swarmed under behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to go back to the 25-yard line. A loss of close to 4. Oh, they're going to give him forward progress to the 23. So just a loss of 2 on the play. Oh, it's second down and 12 for the Cougars. Second and 12 for Palmyra from the 23-yard line of Trinity. So we just started the second quarter. Templin and Riegel are the running backs with Robertson. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Going right to left are the Cougars. Robertson rolling out to the far side to his right. Looking, now throws down toward the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Oh, what a catch. And the catch by Sean Carter. That looked like it was going to be intercepted, and Carter plucked it out of the air. He went for it. His first touchdown of the year. And now Griffin Weidler to try the extra point out of Burnett's hold. Again, left-footed kicker is Weidler. His extra point attempt is good. And the Cougars, the nice touchdown pass, that is the 7th touchdown pass on the season for Robertson. And from about 23 yards out. So a very nice drive for the Cougars. 8 plays for the Cougars to go 62 yards. 8 plays, 62 yards. And it took about 4 minutes and 17 seconds. 10:40 to play in the first half. 10 minutes, 40 seconds left. Second quarter. Cougars with a 14-6 lead. Matt Hines will kick it off for Palmyra. And he approaches the football, and here we go. And it's another line drive, but this one's going to could go out of bounds. And let's see if, yes, it did go out of bounds just before it got to the goal line. So that is not good for the Cougars. It was a relatively unreturnable kick. But Trinity's going to get the ball in good field position at around, unless they kick it, I guess Palmyra kicks it again. Now Trinity can take the ball. They're marking procedure against Palmyra, but they're going to take the ball, the Shamrocks, at the 35-yard line. We played just 80 seconds on the second quarter. Palmyra leading 14-6. And Sean Scott, the quarterback for the Shamrocks, and he led them on a very nice drive, and their last possession finished it off with a 7-yard touchdown pass to Ty Knopp. So we'll see what happens. Scott is all by himself in the backfield. He goes back to pass under some pressure now, throws over the middle, wide open, and caught at the 45 of Palmyra and down at the 38-yard line. Wide open was DeMonte Porter for Trinity. And a big gain to the 39-yard line of Palmyra. 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks. That was a good pass by Scott. Now the handoff to Moody. Trey Moody sweeping to the far sideline. Breaks one tackle and gets to the 35 and maybe spills forward to the 34. Before he's finally taken down. They're going to spot it right at the 35-yard line. Call it 2nd down and 6. 2nd and 6 for the Shamrocks. Scott at quarterback, and the handoff is to Moody once again. Straight up the middle, he's got room. And finally is taken down by Robertson at the 25-yard line, but it's another 1st down for Trinity. And Robertson saved the touchdown, at least for the moment. Now Scott. Again for the shotgun, handoff to Moody once again, trying to go to the far side. Breaks one tackle, but can't break a second. And the Cougars swarm him under, and it's Nate Hawkins that made the tackle. A loss on the play of, well, let's see where they spot it. Maybe just one. Let's call it 2nd down and a long 10 for the Shamrocks from the Palmyra 25-yard line. Scott goes back to pass. Now quick out to the near side. It's caught. And running with the football down to about the 15-yard line is Tommy Kirchhoff. And looks like he's got a 1st down, and he does. So another 1st down for the Shamrocks. Their 2nd straight drive, in which they have moved the ball very effectively. Colby Allen Rigg in the backfield with Scott. One wide receiver, and that's to the far side, and Rigg is going to get the ball sweeping to the far side. He's got some room, across the 10 and close to the 5-yard line. And I think he's got a 1st down. He does, inside the 5. First and goal for Trinity, and a timeout being called by Palmyra. And we'll take a quick one as well. 9:11 to play. Second quarter, Palmyra leading 14-6. Trinity threatening. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to High School Football on WLBR.
This is Dave Ozenauer. I'm joined by Skip Becker of the Sun newspaper. And Skip, the Sun has great local coverage.
You're right, Dave, we do. The Sun covers Sun Country. We cover everything that happens between Hummelstown to Palmyra and all the townships in between. If you get all the national and international news you want on the web, but if your kids or grandkids do something great, you'll only find their picture in the Sun. No charge for engagements, weddings, or anniversary pictures. We want you to know what's happening close to your home. Subscribe, 566-3251. That's 566-3251.
9 minutes, 11 seconds remaining, second quarter, and Trinity is threatening to perhaps tie the game. They're trailed by 8, 14-6. But this is the second consecutive drive that they have moved the ball very effectively. They got the ball, they started this drive at their own 35-yard line after Palmyra's kickoff went out of bounds. And now they're trying to answer Palmyra's touchdown, and the handoff, I believe it's to Moody, and he is close to the goal line, but not quite in. Got Trey Moody with the carry. Got to about the 2-yard line. Again, no huddle for Trinity. Ninth play of the drive, and Moody again, sweep to the far side. Got a hole, and he is in for a touchdown. Trey Moody caps off the 65-yard drive in 9 plays. And now it's just they're a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. 8:48 to play in the first half. And they will go for 2 once again. Sean Scott barking signals. Tried to draw Palmyra offside. Cougars not fighting. Now they look over to the far side for a play. All of them do. All the Shamrocks do. Now Scott looking for the snap, and the handoff to Moody, and he is stacked up at the line, and still stacked up, and did he make it? I don't think he did. No sign yet. No, he did not make it. So Palmyra stops the 2-point conversion again. Again, there's a timeout on the field. 8:48 to play, second quarter. Palmyra 14 and Trinity 12. You're listening to High School Football on WLBR.
If you are 50 pounds or more overweight and suffer from a serious illness, such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or sleep apnea, bariatric surgery may be right for you. Learn more from WellSpan bariatric surgeon Jason Marone at a free information session on Wednesday, November 9th at 6:30 p.m. The program will be held at the Palmyra Public Library. Registration is required by calling 717-721-8795.
But night here from Bucks Frank Stadium. It's a good football game tonight. Palmyra and Trinity, and Palmyra with a 2-point lead at 14-12. Kickoff taken by one of the up men, and then a fumble. And let's see who's got it. I think Palmyra did recover it. They did. It was a little bit of an anxious moment there, as Robert Taylor, one of the up men, he bobbled it, and then finally did take it. Cougars have the ball first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And let's see if the Cougars can answer Trinity's touchdown with one of their own. Palmyra leads 14-12. And it's Robertson rolling out to this near side. Now he throws, and it is incomplete. Threw it into triple coverage, and could have been picked off, but it wasn't. Burnett was the intended receiver around the 43-yard line of Trinity. Second and 10. Cougars throwing a little bit more, but they really have, because they really haven't had the ground game working too well tonight. Eagles had a couple of nice runs, including, of course, that 63-yard run. But Red has been bottled up for the most part. Robertson sends one wide receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side. Templin is in the backfield. And the swing pass comes out to Regal. And Carl trying to get some running room and is taken down just short of the 40-yard line at about the 39. Looks like a gain of about 4. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6 for the Cougars from their own 39-yard line. So big 3rd down. You don't want to give the ball back on a 3 and out to a team that has scored the last 2 times they've had the ball. And that's the Shamrocks. Robertson, again from the shotgun, 2 running backs next to him, and they hand off to Regal up the middle. This play worked before, but it's not going to work this time as he gets a couple of yards to around the 42, but it is well shy of the 1st down by about 3 yards. It's going to be 4th down and 3 for the Cougars, and they're going to have to kick it away. Hunter Dorn will be punting it for Palmyra. Cougars with their first punt of the night. Again, the line of scrimmage is the 42. Good snap from center. The kick is away. It comes off the side and takes a Palmyra roll, but it goes out of bounds. A relatively short kick. They're going to spot it, are the officials, at the 30-yard line, it looks like. So Palmyra will go on defense, and Trinity will have a chance to take the lead as they have the ball at their own 30-yard line. 7:23 to play, 2nd quarter. As Trinity comes out on the field, Sean Scott, again the quarterback. Most of the year it's been Casey Boguski, but tonight it's Scott. And Trinity has scored the last 2 times they've had the ball, so Palmyra really needs to step it up defensively. Scott looked for a receiver and then goes right up the middle with it and gets about 3 yards to the 33-yard line. I think that was designed as a pass originally. Found no one open and then saw that big hole right up the middle. Got about 4. They spotted it at the 34. Called 2nd and 6 for Trinity from their own 34-yard line. Scott, marking signals, again tried to draw Palmyra off, no such luck. And now all the Shamrocks looking, except the center, looking to the far sideline for a call. Now Scott marking signals and throws out to the far side. It's caught and across the 35 and 40 to about the 43-yard line is the receiver. Looks like that might have been Trey Ruiz. Ruiz got to the 43. It's short of the 1st down. Or no, I'm sorry, they do have the 1st down. 1st and 10 for Trinity from the 43-yard line. Hand off to Moody. Switch to the far side. Got some room. Gets across the 50 and into Palmyra territory at the 47 or 48. They're going to spot it at the 48-yard line, just about a yard shy of the 1st down. So 2nd and 1. And Scott handing it off. First man through, and that was Rigg, Colby Rigg, and he gets a 1st down. Very nice blend of pass and run for Trinity. 5th play coming up. They're at the Palmyra 46-yard line with a 1st down. Scott hands it off to Rigg once again. Dancing, but he's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward across the 45 to the 44. There's a penalty marker down, and it's holding against Trinity. Been very few flags, actually only 3 that I can recall. 2 procedure penalties and then what they call procedure on the kickoff. And I think the Cougars should take this one. Cougars have been struggling to stop the Shamrocks, and so looks like the holding call, the holding penalty took place a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So they're going to take it back to the 43-yard line, Trinity's own 43-yard line. And we'll call it 1st down and about 21. Scott and that looked like 2 men in motion, but no, Scott throws, and it is incomplete, and Robertson might have had a shot at an interception. It would have been a pretty good catch, but there's a penalty marker down on the near side, and we'll see what that's about. Officials talking it over, no signal yet. It's an illegal man downfield against Trinity, and I think the Cougars might well take this one as well, even though it would make it 2nd and 21. This one's a tough one to call. They might take the 2nd and 21 and decline this one, but if they accept it, it's 1st and 31. And Palmyra is going to decline it. And I would, that one could go either way, so I think that might have been the best option. Make it 2nd down, give them 2 less plays, 2nd down and 21. The ball at the 43-yard line, Trinity zone, back to pass to Scott. He swings it out in the far side to Moody. Moody's caught it, and he gets across the 45 and near midfield to the 49-yard line. Nice pickup of 6, but they need a lot more. They've got to get to the 36-yard line for a 1st down, so they've got still 15 yards to go. 3rd and 15. And here's where the Cougars really, especially their defensive line, can really pin their ears back and put some pressure on Scott, who has had next to no pressure against him tonight. Now, he's throwing pretty quick passes as well, but Scott back to pass. Here comes the pressure, but here comes a screen pass to Moody. Moody at the 45, but is dumped down at the 44, well short of the 1st down. But a nice call on 3rd down. They're going to spot it at the 45, make it 4th down and 9. 4th and 9 for the Shamrocks with 4:30 to play in the 2nd quarter. Palmyra leading 14-12. And it looks like Colby Allen Rigg will kick it away. Now, he's a good runner, so you got to watch him. Regal is back deep for Palmyra. And Rigg is going to keep it. And he's across the 45. He's going to have a 1st down and a lot more. Colby Allen Rigg. Well, we said that he was a good athlete and you had to watch him. Well, the Cougars were not watching. And Colby Allen Rigg with a 1st down scamper off the punt formation and takes it to about the 26 or 27-yard line. Let's call it the 27. And it's a 1st down for the Shamrocks. Very nicely done by Colby Allen Rigg. So that's a play that you can circle in your memory as maybe a turning point in this game. Instead of Palmyra holding, Trinity off the punt formation gets a 1st down. Now Scott with Moody in the backfield. Scott barking signals, back to pass. Goes out on the near side, and it is incomplete. Dropped out there by Trey Ruiz. 2nd and 10. From the 27. Scott has not missed many receivers tonight, and he had Ruiz open. Now Moody in motion, and he takes handoff to him, and Scott under pressure and throws it to Moody on the far sideline. It's across the 32, close to the 25-yard line. Not a big gain on the play, maybe 2. 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8. But now I think we are in 4-down territory for the Shamrocks. If they don't make it here, depending on what happens on 4th down, I think they will go for it on 4th. Scott, barking signals, nobody in the backfield with him. Fake now to Moody, who was in motion, going for the end zone, and is incomplete. Carl Regal had a shot at an interception, but the ball was a little bit too high. It's 4th down and 8 from the 25-yard line. Offense stays on the field for the Shamrocks. 3:21 to play, 2nd quarter. Palmyra leading 14-12. Let's spot the ball at the 24. Make it 4th and 7. 4th and 7. Might be a long 7 now. Scott barking signals. Fake handoff. Back to pass. Now throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Throws it too high. And Trinity will turn it over on downs to the Cougars, who will take over at their own, not their own 24-yard line. With 3:16 to play in the second quarter. Palmyra with 2 timeouts remaining. Trinity has all 3 of theirs. 3:16 left. So let's see if the Cougars can finish up this half with a score. They could use it. They lead by just 2, 14 to 12. Robertson with 2 men in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the near side. The handoff is to Regal, and he is not going to get very far. Carl back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard further. They're going to spot it at the 25. Take a 2nd and 9. The Cougars, with the exception of a couple of big runs, have really been held in check on the ground. Sean Carter comes in with a play for Palmyra. Burnett wide to the near side, and he's got 2 receivers inside of him on this near side, 1 to the far. Brett is the only man in the backfield with Robertson. Robertson back to pass, throws out far side, caught by Carter. Carter in a great move, down the sideline, 45, 50, into Trinity territory to the 44-yard line. Sean Carter with a great move after he caught the ball, and a big gain for the Cougars all the way down to the Trinity 44. And a first down, Palmyra. That's a big play for the Cougars. They're going to spot it at the 45 of Trinity. So Carter came in with the play, and he got the big reception and the big first down. 2:23 and counting. And the Cougars with 2 timeouts remaining. As Robertson hands it off to Rhett, and he's got some running room across the 40, breaks a tackle to the 35-yard line, still churning, still running, and they are not able to bring him down, but he gets all the way down to the 35-yard line of Trinity. And that's another first down for Palmyra. The best gain of the night for Alon Rhett. At the 35-yard line of Trinity, approaching 2 minutes to play in the first half. Cougars lead 14 to 12. Brett, the only man in the backfield, along with Robertson, the quarterback. From the shotgun, standing at his 40, back to Pat. Now it's a quarterback draw. Robertson, 35, and stood up at around the 32-yard line. And again, not brought down, but stood up there. 1:40 remaining. Cougars again with 2 timeouts, but they're not using them right now, as Robertson gets about 8 on that play. Cougars trying to finish off this half in style with at least a field goal, but they'd really love to get a touchdown. Brett and Regal are the running backs next to, on either side of Robertson. Robertson barking signals. The handoff is to Regal. Regal has a first down and more, but not much more, inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line, but it is a first down for Palmyra at the 22-yard line of Trinity. Again, the clock ticking down with just 70 seconds left, but the Cougars don't seem interested in using a timeout at the moment. The big play, of course, in this drive was the catch and run by Sean Carter. Now Robertson with Rhett next to him, and Alon gets the ball. He's got a big hole, and he's going down inside the 15, down inside the 10. And a first down for Palmyra. First and goal for the Cougars with 50.7 seconds remaining in the first half. First and goal rather for the Cougars. They're going to spot it at the 5. With 43 seconds and the clock ticking. Cougars still with 2 timeouts. So we'll see what Coach Pope and the Cougars do here. It's an I formation with Rhett as the deep back. Templin is the up back, and the handoff is to Rhett, and he has got some running room, and he's in for a touchdown! Alon Rhett with a big touchdown for Palmyra, his 9th touchdown of the season from 5 yards out. That is a big drive for the Cougars. And now Griffin Weidler to try the extra point, and this is a big kick, because then it gives the Cougars a 9-point lead. The snap is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll keep it right here with 23.3 seconds left in the first half. Palmyra with a 21-12 lead. And that was what the Cougars really needed. They needed a big score. 7 plays to go, 76 yards. And about 2 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock. And they didn't have much more than that remaining. So the Cougars with just 23.3 seconds left. Put a little bit of distance between them. Now it's a 2-score game. 9-point lead for the Cougars, 21-12. As Hines will kick it off from the near hash at the 40-yard line. Cougars now need good coverage downfield. Don't want to get a big return here. Hines approaches the football and kicks it away, and again it's angling toward the near sideline, but goes through the hands of the deep man, and then he goes into the end zone to pick it up, and that's where the play is whistled dead in the end zone, and it's a touchback. 1st and 10 for Trinity from their own 20-yard line with just 20 seconds left. So barring a defensive collapse and a miracle by the Shamrocks, the Cougars will go into halftime with a 9-point lead. Or if the Cougars step it up and maybe intercept, get a pick 6, that would be nice for the Palmyra. Yes, we're a little biased, but this is a Lebanon County team. When they play outside the county, then teams outside the county, we can root for our Lebanon County teams. And that's what Palmyra is doing tonight. Sean Scott looks like he's going to throw it out on the far side. It's caught, but for very little yardage, only a couple of yards to order. And that's going to probably finish, well, no, Trinity's going to call a timeout with 11 seconds left, and we'll keep it right here. 11 seconds to go. The gain was about 3 yards to the 23-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Trinity has 2 timeouts remaining, but I don't think they have enough time to use them. At the 23-yard line. And Trinity looking for a play that's going to cover 77 yards. The Cougars putting their best drive together in this game, not last possession. It was not their longest drive, but I think it was their best. Quick out pass, and see if they do a lateral. Nope, and unless Trinity calls, well, there's a first down. Trinity picks up the first down. 5.5 seconds left. So they picked up a little bit of yardage across the 30-yard line, and Trinity's going to call another timeout with 5.5 seconds left. And now we're going to take a quick timeout with Palmyra leading 21-12. You're listening to High School Football on WLBR.
On your next gift-giving occasion, give the gift of choice. The Lebanon Valley Mall gift card is the perfect hassle-free gift for all occasions. Available in denominations from $10 to $500, it's always a perfect fit. No more worries about size or style when you can choose from more than 45 stores, including Boss Toms and Hobby Lobby. There are no per-card purchase fees and free balance inquiry via phone or online. Available only at the Lebanon Valley Mall, just west of Lebanon on Route 422. Become a fan on Facebook.
One more play, and it's Scott back to pass, throws it out in the near side to Moody. He is going to be tackled right at the 35-yard line, and that's going to do it for the end of the for the first half with the score. Palmyra 21 and Trinity 12. We'll be back with halftime, stats and more right after these messages. You're listening to High School Football on WLBR.
We all have times when we want to make home improvements, whether it's a kitchen or a deck. Your home's equity can help you make those improvements. At Members First Federal Credit Union, they can help you with a home equity line of credit. They have great rates, no prepayment penalties, no points, and no closing costs. Plus, you can access your Members First Home Equity line of credit anytime. To apply for your Members First Home Equity line of credit, stop by any branch location or visit membersfirst.org. Members First Federal Credit Union. They put members first.
Other restrictions and conditions may apply. Members First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender.
Since 1940, Riley Wolfson has kept pace with the changing legal needs of the Lebanon Valley. We are committed to ensuring the individuals and businesses we serve receive the full benefit of sophisticated and experienced legal advice. Whether it's estate planning and administration, family law, business law, real estate, or personal injury. This is Lauren Flum, partner at Riley Wolfson. I invite you to call us at 273-3733 or visit our website, RileyWolfson.com.
This is Dave Ozenauer. I'm joined by Skip Becker of the Sun newspaper. And Skip, you really cover local sports.
We do, Dave. You know, high school sports are a big part of Sun Country community life, and the Sun has staff covering every Sun Country high school game every season of the year. The Cougars, the Spartans, the Trojans, the Falcons are all part of our sports beat. The Sun has a special sports section in each week's paper. If you want to see and read about your hometown team, you need to get the Sun delivered right to your mailbox. Just call us, 566-3251. It's only $28 a year.
If you are 50 pounds or more overweight and suffer from a serious illness, such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or sleep apnea, bariatric surgery may be right for you. Learn more from WellSpan bariatric surgeon Jason Marone at a free information session on Wednesday, November 9th at 6:30 p.m. The program will be held at the Palmyra Public Library. Registration is required by calling 717-721-8795.
Len Knighton back here at Buckswank Stadium. Trinity High School band taking the field for the halftime festivities. And we are at halftime. Pretty good first half. I'll relay a little conversation that was held before the game based on these two teams' records. Palmyra at 6-2 and Trinity the opposite at 2-6. That there were some folks were thinking about the mercy rule. Well, I remember the last time that some folks here in this press box thought about the mercy rule, and that was against Donegal when Palmyra played Donegal in week 3, and Palmyra did win that game, but they won it 17-0. It was a tough tassel, and you know what Donegal has done since then. That was their third straight loss. They have been shut out in 3 consecutive games, but since then they have won 4 of their last 5 and are in first place in Section 3 of the Lancaster Lebanon League. So they have turned things around. The Cougars are in a tough one tonight. They lead 21-12. They will kick off to start the second half. So Cougars have lots of work ahead of them if they want to stay in the playoff hunt. And again, we'll talk about the playoffs in just a little bit, but let's give you some the rundown of the scoring. And the scoring started on the very first play of the game. Carl Regal with a 63-yard run for the Cougars. Just 19 seconds in, and the Cougars were up 7-0. And then Trinity, about 3 possessions later, answered with a 7-yard touchdown pass from Sean Scott to tie up. The extra point was no good. The 2-point conversion attempt no good. And Palmyra led 7-6. Cougars answered that with a touchdown pass of their own. That was from Robertson to Sean Carter. Carter has made 2 big catches in this game. One for a touchdown, the other for a big first down that really sparked the last drive for Palmyra. But Carter with his first touchdown of the season. Again, the 23-yard touchdown pass from Robertson, and it was Palmyra 14 and Trinity 6. But then the Shamrocks answered with a real nice drive of their own, and Trey Moody with a 2-yard run capped that drive of 65 yards. Again, the 2-point conversion was no good. Moody was stopped short of the goal line, and the Cougars led 14-12. And then after an exchange of punts, actually the Cougars punted, and then on their next possession, a 3 and out, and then Trinity turned the ball over on downs. in Palmyra territory. The Cougars took over at their own 24 and a real nice drive to finish the half, and it was a long ret from 5 yards out to give Palmyra a 21-12 lead. So that extra point big because it gives Palmyra now a 2-score advantage, 9-point lead. So even a touchdown and 2-point conversion does not tie it for Trinity. And again, they get the ball to start the second half. A quick update of out-of-town scores. Cedar Crest with a 20-0 lead. These are all second quarter or halftime scores. Cedar Crest with a 20-0 lead over Elizabethtown. Northern Lebanon all over Columbia, 35-0. That game at Northern Lebanon. Lebanon visiting Manheim Township, and they're about ready to go home as they trail in the second quarter 35-6. Anvil Cleona, big game for them. They lead Pequea Valley 34-6, and Muhlenberg over Elko 20-10. And again, these are all second quarter or halftime scores. So about so-so for Lebanon County tonight. 2 teams ahead and 3 teams behind, but we're still got a couple of quarters yet to go. Well, let's talk about the playoffs. And there isn't a lot to talk about, but let's talk about what teams still have a shot here in the playoffs here in Lebanon County as we are approaching the end of the season. As in fact, the playoffs are a big reason why we wait until we'll wait until Monday to let you know who's going to be who we're going to feature in our final week of the regular season here on Lebanon Broadcasting, and that'll be on WLBR next Friday, 6:45. But we don't know which game it's going to be. It could either be we've nailed it down to 2. It looks like one of them is features the Cougars. The Cougars are hosting Milton Hershey next week. Milton Hershey is playing Middletown tonight. Both teams 5-0 in the Capital Division, so the team that wins tonight is going to be all alone in first place. Middletown also is number 1 in Class 3A of District 3. So Milton Hershey is number 2 in Class 4A. So it's a big game for both teams. But Milton Hershey will be here at Buckswang Stadium next week, next Friday night, and we may be doing that game right here on WLBR. However, the other possibility is Donegal at Anvil Cleona, and that could be for a section championship. It could also make a difference between playoff situation. Now, Donegal is really not in the playoff hunt, so to speak. They're number 13 in Class 4A. They take 8 teams, and they're number 13, so they're not really in the hunt, but they have a chance for a section title if they can win out. And Anvil Cleona also with a chance for the section title, so we might do that game. And Anvil Cleona right now is number 7 as we look at the district playoffs in AAA. Anvil Cleona number 7, Elko number 8, but quite a bit behind Anvil Cleona. Anvil Cleona with an outside chance of making the playoffs. Again, they're number 7. They're winning tonight over Pequea Valley, and so the Dutchmen need to move up, though. They only take 4 in AAA, so they need to move up, and they need some help. And but if they could win out, they have a chance to, again, not only win the section title, but get into the district playoffs. But again, like I said, they're going to need some help. Number 1 is Middletown, and Middletown's 8-0. Littlestown is 7-1. Wyomissing 6-2, and then number 4 is Bermudian Springs, and they're at 6-2 as well. The gap there is formidable. But if, again, Anvil Cleona can win out, there's a chance of making it. But again, they're going to need some help. Now, as far as Palmyra is concerned, Palmyra is the only other team that has a chance to make the district playoffs. And one might say if they win out, they will make it. Well, that's possible, but it's not. It's also possible that they could win out and not make it. One of the things that really goes against Palmyra, and it's to their misfortune, is that they are playing teams. The teams in their division are what you might call lower class teams. They're playing Trinity tonight, and Trinity is not in their classification. As I'm looking quickly to see, Trinity is a AAA school. Palmyra is a 5A school. So beating a 3A school is not to a great advantage. And Palmyra next week will play Milton Hershey. Milton Hershey, a 4A school. So again, theoretically, these are teams that Palmyra should beat because they are lower in the class, you might say, and that hurts Palmyra, I think. And so winning out may not be enough for them. They're going to have a tough one next week with Milton Hershey as it is. But the only chance they have, really, if they lose next week, if they lose tonight, I think they're really done. And if they lose next week, they're probably done as well. But even if they run the table, it's still going to be tight for them to make it. But right now they're number 8, and that's on the inside looking out. Redland is number 9, and it's very, very close. Redland is not very far behind. Redland at 5-3, Palmyra at 6-2. Waynesboro also at 5-3 is number 10, and Garden Spot is number 11. And Elizabethtown and Southwestern, they're all with about the same amount of points. So it's very, very tight. The Cougars, again, just holding a little bit of a lead over Redland for that 8th spot. And we'll see later this week how the standings come out. But right now it's going to be tight for Palmyra as they try to hold on to that 8th spot or even move up. But they've got a bit of a gap. But there's a bit of a gap between them and number 7, and that's Cedar Cliff. Cocalico is number 6. We can start at the top. Manheim Central, number 1 at 7-1, along with Governor Mifflin. They're number 2. Northeastern is 3 at 6-2. Exeter Township is also 6-2. They're number 4. Then Harrisburg, Cocalico, Cedar Cliff, and Palmyra to round out the top 8. Probably the toughest division of all because they only take 8, and there are 25 teams. So you really got to have a good season, and you might need, in Palmyra's case, maybe a little luck as well. So hopefully the Cougars can do the job. Games tonight that mean something. Bermudian Springs, they're 4th ranked against Littlestown. That's in AAA, and so that's a big game for those two teams. Cedar Cliff is playing Mechanicsburg. Central Dauphin, they're number 1 in Class 6A, and they're taking on Redland. And again, Redland right behind Palmyra, number 9 in 5A. So Cougar fans rooting for Central Dauphin tonight. We do not have a score on that game. And then Donegal is playing Lancaster Catholic, and Lancaster Catholic is number 5 in AAA, and Donegal, of course, and it's a league game, of course, so that's a big game for Donegal as they try to stay in first place and undefeated in the section. So a lot of shuffling is going to be going on in this last week of the season, including what happens tonight, and then we'll know Monday. Dave will make the call as to what game is going to be played, and we'll announce it hopefully in time for Mike Eversole to announce it during the Lions Den program from 5 to 9 on Monday morning. But if not, we'll get it Tuesday. But we'll let you know early next week which game we're going to be doing. And again, it's probably going to be either Donegal at Anvil Cleona with the Section 3 title at stake, or Palmyra hosting Milton Hershey with a playoff spot perhaps at stake for the Cougars. Well, we've got a couple of minutes to go till the second half, with Palmyra leading 21-12 over Trinity. What was a real good first half, and Trinity will get the ball to start the second half. So let's take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football on WLBR.
On your next gift-giving occasion, give the gift of choice. The Lebanon Valley Mall gift card is the perfect hassle-free gift for all occasions. Available in denominations from $10 to $500, it's always a perfect fit. No more worries about size or style when you can choose from more than 45 stores, including Boscov's and Hobby Hobby Lobby. There are no per-card purchase fees and free balance inquiry via phone or online. Available only at the Lebanon Valley Mall, just west of Lebanon on Route 422. Become a fan on Facebook.
We all have times when we want to make home improvements. Whether it's a kitchen or a deck, your home's equity can help you make those improvements. At Members First Federal Credit Union, they can help you with a home equity line of credit. They have great rates, no prepayment penalties, no points, and no closing costs. Plus, you can access your Members First Home Equity Line of Credit anytime. To apply for your Members First Home Equity Line of Credit, stop by any branch location or visit membersfirst.org. Members First Federal Credit Union. They put members first.
Other restrictions or conditions may apply. Members First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender.
A full-service law firm, Riley Wolfson is committed to excellence in the practice of law, including estate planning and administration, family law, business law, real estate, and personal injury. For over 75 years, Riley Wolfson has been an integral part of the Lebanon Valley community, helping individuals and businesses manage their legal issues. This is Corey Lamoureux of Riley Wolfson. I invite you to call us at 273-3733 or visit our website, RileyWolfson.com.
Glenn Knighton back here at Buckswang Stadium. The Cougars jogging on the field this time. Remember, they walked on to the field to start the game through the human tunnel, you might say, at the goal line. And the Cougars right now out on the field warming up. They've got a 3-minute warm-up. Trinity taking the field along and running along their far sideline at their bench. And what was a pretty good crowd tonight here at Palmyra. The next to the last week of the regular season. Hard to believe that we've gone through 10 weeks of high school football, just one more to go. And then hopefully playoffs. We hope that we'll be seeing some playoff action here in Lebanon County. And we've already gone through the playoff rundown. That looks like there's only two teams that really have a chance, Anvil and Palmyra. Palmyra is in a playoff position at the moment, but are going to have to go through 6 quarters, fight through 6 quarters, and make them successful quarters if they're going to make the playoffs. And even then, I don't think they're guaranteed of it. But Chris Pope and his troops right now warming up to our left. They're going to kick off to start the second half with a 9-point lead, 21-12. If you just joined us, Cougars got off to a real good start. The first play of the game, Carl Regal, 63-yard run, made it 7-0. Trinity, 3 possessions later, answered with a touchdown pass from Sean Scott to Ty Knopp. The 2-point conversion was no good, and that made it 7-6 Palmyra. Cougars answered with on their next possession, a touchdown pass from Robertson to Sean Carter from 23 yards. Extra point was good and made it 14-6. Then Trinity came right back with a 2-yard run by Trey Moody to make it 14-12, but they did not get the extra point, so the 2-point margin remained for Palmyra. And then after Palmyra punted, and then Trinity turned the ball over on downs deep in Palmyra territory. The Cougars finished the half with a real nice drive, and it was capped off by an Alon Rhett 5-yard run, his 9th touchdown of the season, and that gave Palmyra a 21-12 lead at halftime. Regal's touchdown, by the way, he leads Palmyra in scoring. It was his 13th on this season and his 10th on the ground. Well, we're just about ready to get started with the second half. Cougars will kick off from left to right. So Trinity will attack right to left across your WLBR dial. And we'll try to continue to give you out-of-town scores when we can. Just trying to get an update here. Elko has kicked a field goal, and they are trailing now 20-13 against Muhlenberg. That game is at Muhlenberg. And checking some other scores, Cedar Crest still leading 20-0. And it's Matt Hines that will kick it away. Lebanon now trailing 48-13 as the kickoff heading to the far sideline, taken by one of the backs, and he's got some open room across the 35, or just about to the 35-yard line, and that was Dominic Manetta. Dominic Manetta with the return, and so good field position for Trinity at their own 35-yard line. Cougars leading 21-12. First possession of the second half, and it's Trinity's possession with Scott at quarterback. He swings out a pass, and it is caught by Colby Riggs, and Riggs with some good running room down the far sideline across the 40-yard line to about the 42. Got about 7 on the first play. Colby Allen Rigg to, well, they're going to spot at the 41, make it a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Second and 4 for Trinity from their own 41-yard line. And the handoff to Moody, Trey Moody, trying to find some running room, doesn't get much. He's stacked up by the middle of the Palmyra line, right at about the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard to the 42. Right in the middle of that tackling pile for Palmyra, number 66, Tyler Ebling. Tyler, a big kid and tough to move, and plays both ways, as do many of the Cougars. Now it's third down and 3. With Moody in motion to the far side. And Scott looking, throws over the middle, and it is caught. Oh, nice catch, a leaping catch by the receiver. Looks like Tommy Kirchhoff with a catch to the 45-yard line of Palmyra. First and 10 for Trinity. And again, no huddle, as they've been doing most of the night. Handoff is to Moody. Moody dancing at the line of scrimmage, and then plows forward for about 3 yards to the 42-yard line of the Cougars. It'll be second down and 7. Trinity much more successful than I think a lot of fans thought they would be. Second and 7 for Trinity from the 42, and now flag Mason Cooper stood up pointing to the other side, to the Trinity side, and saying that Jonathan Banzoff moved, and he did, and it's 5 yards against Trinity. We haven't had many penalties, thankfully. But that's a tough one now, because now it's second and 12 for Trinity. The ball at the 47 of Palmyra. They swing, well, it faked a swing pass, and then it is caught by Rigg, but it might be a live ball. Rigg picks it up, and they're going to rule it an incomplete forward pass. It was very close to a lateral, and the Cougars were very good to go after that ball before they finally heard the whistle. Third down and 12 for Trinity from the Palmyra 47-yard line. With Palmyra leading 21-12, 9:51 to play, third quarter. Trinity took the opening kickoff, and starting at their own 35, looked like there might have been motion, and the whistles are blowing. I think there was a man in motion before the snap. One of the wide receivers, I believe, jumped, and that is a 5-yard penalty against Trinity, and that's going to bring them back into their own territory to the 48. And make it third down and 17. Third and 17 from the 48-yard line, their own 48. Sean Scott, the quarterback. Colby Rigg is the only man in the backfield with Scott now. Scott motions him to the far side, or to the near side rather, and back to pass is Scott. Looking, and the pass is caught, but short of a first down by Ruiz, or by Kirchhoff rather, but he does not have the first down, but he has more manageable yardage as he gets to close to the 40-yard line of Palmyra. In fact, it's to the 39. but they're still about 4 yards shy of the first down. But now, as I said, it's a little more manageable, and we'll see if they can pick up the first down. They will go for it on 4th down. Scott, I think, will try to draw Palmyra off first, and that's what he does try to do. Palmyra has not bitten on that all night. Now Cooper and Ebling switched places. Cooper going to the far side and back to pass, and now throwing on the far side, incomplete, and it's going to be Palmyra ball. Good defense by the Cougars. And it looked like for Palmyra, might have been Grant Haas that made the defensive play. I think it was, and a good play by Grant to get the Cougars the ball. Well, Palmyra takes over on downs at the 39, their own 39-yard line. .8:57 to play in the third quarter. Cougars now take over, first time in the second half. Robertson's going to keep it himself across the 40 and stood up right there. Might have gotten a step inside the 40-yard line. Cougars have not had great success on the ground. And now an injury timeout. And it might be Tyler Ebling, as I heard someone say. Tyler does play on the offensive line. He's laying on his back and now being helped up. No, it was not. It was Ebling is 66. This was just number 6. That's Peter Robertson, who carried the ball. So now it's Grant Haas is going to come in for a play, and Grant has played some quarterback this year, and he's the quarterback right now from the shotgun. So let's see if his teammates can step up as well after the loss of Robertson. And Haas fumbles the ball and then falls on it. I think he was going to give that off, planning to get off to perhaps to Rhett, but nobody took it, and suddenly he was in no man's land and then dropped it. And they're going to mark it back at the 38-yard line. It's going to be third down, third and about 11, as Peter Robertson comes back into the game. Two wide receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Robertson from the shotgun, and he rolls out to the far. Now a penalty marker is down and stops the play, so it probably is a procedure against Palmyra as they talk things over. And it is it's an unsportsmanlike call against Trinity, and that's 15 yards, and that'll give Palmyra a first down. Wow, that's a big break for the Cougars, who had a 3rd and 11, and instead a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and I don't know what happened there, but the Cougars get a big break and a first down. It goes all the way up into Trinity territory to the 47. First and 10 for Palmyra. Wow, that's a big call, and again, I didn't see what happened or what provoked that, but at any rate, Cougars have a first down at the Trinity 47-yard line. Brett with a big hole, 40, 35, and still going 30-yard line, and being stood up. He's tough to bring down. They never do bring him down as he gets inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Big run for Alon Rhett, 20 yards on the carry. And a first down for Palmyra. That's a big play. Yeah, let's give him 19 to the 33, or the 32-yard line. Or, excuse me, the 27-yard line. But a first down for the Cougars. Brett's still in the backfield with Robertson. He gets the handoff. Not going to get much this time as Colby Rigg is right there to meet him. And I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. No, he didn't. A loss of about, well, let's see. They're going to spot it at the 31, so let's give them a loss of 3 on the play. Make it second down and 13. Second and 13 for Palmyra. Cougars lead by 9, 21-12, 6:37 to play in the third quarter. Cougars would love to get another score and make it a 3-score lead. Robertson barking signals, now back to pass, and no pressure. Now he throws a little screen, and it's caught, or now it's dropped by Rhett, who was in a lot of traffic, and Robertson was very fortunate that that ball was not picked off. So it's going to be third down and 13 from the 31-yard line. And while they might be in 4-down territory, I think the Cougars might, with a 2-score lead, if they do not make it on third down, they might punt here to really try to pin Trinity back. But we'll wait and see. So let's see what happens on this play as Rhett shifts to the other side, to the left of Robertson. Robertson with a quick out, and it's incomplete. And a penalty marker goes down as Regal is clapping, and that would be pass interference against Dante Mineta, if that's the call, and I think that's what it is. And yes, it's a pass interference, so 2 big penalties, because this is going to extend the drive. Because that's a 15-yard penalty. As they march it off. And so the Cougars are going to have a first down, and this is their second first down by penalty in the game. They've had 3 first downs on this drive, and 2 of them by penalty. One an unsportsmanlike conduct call, which was real big, and then this pass interference call, which I'm not so sure about, but that's what that call is. And the Cougars have the ball first down and 10 from the 15-yard line.
First down, 10,
at the Trinity 15-yard line. Cougars driving with the help of 2 penalties equaling 30 yards. Robertson with the carry. It's Carl Regal with a direct snap. And Regal across the 15 to close to the 12-yard line. They spotted at the 12. That's second down. Second down and 7 for Palmyra from the 12-yard line of Trinity. Just under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Palmyra with a 21-12 lead. Kyle Wazalewski checking in with a play for Palmyra, and then he goes out wide to the far side with Burnett inside of him and Regal inside of him on the far side. With Hawkins wide to the near side. Rhett is in the backfield along with Robertson. And Robertson hands it off to Rhett. Rhett starts left, it goes right, gets inside the 10 and run out of bounds at about the 6-yard line, let's call it, but we'll wait for the official spot. It looks like they're going to spot it at the 7-yard line, so it's third down. Third down and about 4. Third and about 4 for Palmyra from the Trinity 7-yard line. This is, of course, well in Weidler's field goal range. Robertson always in the shotgun, and the handoff is to Regal. A little bit of a mix-up, and then Carl goes straight forward and well, close to first down yardage inside about the 5-yard line. And they are giving them a first down. So a big first down for Regal. There was a little bit of a mix-up that time. And the Cougars have a first and goal at the 5-yard line. Cougars now run 9 plays on 55 yards. 61 gives them a touchdown.
First down, goal to go.
From the 5-yard line, again, it's Regal and Rhett behind, or right next to, Robertson in the backfield. One wide receiver to the near side. The handoff to no one. Robertson rolling out far side, throws it to the end zone, touchdown! Braden Burnett!
Braden Burnett! From 5 yards.
And it's from 5 yards out for Burnett. It's his 5th touchdown of the season. And for Robertson, his 8th touchdown pass of the year. From 5 yards out. Now Weidler to try the extra point. Out of Burnett's hold. Snap, spot, kick. That one looks a little wide, but they just did get it in, and it is good. There's a timeout on the field with the score. Palmyra 28 and Trinity 12. You're listening to high school football on WLBR.
This is Dave Oslenow. I'm joined by Skip Becker of the Sun newspaper. And Skip, the Sun has great local coverage.
You're right, Dave, we do. The Sun covers Sun Country. We cover everything that happens between Hummelstown to Palmyra and all the townships in between. If you get all the national and international news you want on the web, but if your kids or grandkids do something great, you'll only find their picture in the Sun. No charge for engagements, weddings, or anniversary pictures. We want you to know what's happening close to your home. Subscribe, 566-3251. That's 566-3251.
Back here at Bucks Swank Stadium, Len Knight with you. The Cougars have stretched their lead out to 16 points now at 28 to 12. Which technically is a two-score lead because 2 touchdowns and two two-point conversions could make a tie for Trinity. But that, at the moment, is the best they can do with 2 scores. Hines getting ready to kick it off from the far hash mark and kicking from left to right. Hines approaches the ball, kind of lost the step in a sense, and it's taken by one of the up men, and I'm not sure if that's a flag or if it's just a marker on the, as Kirchhoff caught the ball at about the 42 or 3 yard line. Now there is a flag. They threw it just as he caught it, so, and it's an interference against Palmyra. I think that I didn't see him raise his hand for a fair catch, but I think that's what the officials saw. And so Palmyra is going to be penalized for hitting him after he caught the ball, and it's a 15-yard penalty. And it's going to take the ball down into Palmyra territory at the 42-yard line. Best field position of the game for either team. 4:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. 28 to 12, Palmyra with the lead. Back to passes, Scott. Throws out far side, it is caught. Caught by Ruiz, and Ruiz dropped inside the 40 to the 37-yard line, a couple of yards shy of the first down. It'll be first or second down, let's call it second and a long 3 from about the 35-yard line of Palmyra. On the gain of 7. Scott, barking signals, back to pass. Swings it out on the far near side to Moody. Moody looking for some running room. 35, and is finally hit down hard at the 32-yard line. Mason Cooper was there, along with number 34 for Palmyra, and that's Dylan Templin. But I think they got enough for the first down. No, they're going to mark it just shy. About 3rd and, well, let's see now if they're going to measure for the first down. I think that's what they're going to do. The ball is at around the 32-yard line, near hash mark, or near the near sideline. And the sticks, of course, are on the far side, so they're going to have to come all the way across. As they measure for the first down, Trinity trying to answer, now trailing by 16, so they're going to need touchdowns and 2-point conversions. Quick update on the out-of-town scores. Lebanon now trailing 57-13 to Manheim Township. let's check some more scores here. Cedar Crest with now a 27-0 lead over Elizabethtown. That is a third quarter score. And Anvil Cleona now 48-6. So mercy rule in effect there, as Anvil Cleona keeps their playoff hopes alive with a victory tonight. And now it's a third down and less than a yard to go, and the handoff to Moody, and Moody is going to be tackled forward for the first down at around the 30-yard line. Trey Moody for the first down. That is a first down for the Trinity. Well, now they've changed the sign, and apparently it was a first down. That was a first down play. They had it at third down. So now it's second down, as they had not changed the sign. Now it's Scott with a low snap, and he pitches it back outside to Ruiz. Ruiz is hit in the backfield and dumped. And it's Alon Rhett that made the play. And a holding call against Trinity to boot. Now let's see if Palmyra declines that, because the loss on the play took Trinity back, so that it's going to be third down at about 12. Northern Lebanon 35-0 over Columbia. That was the score we had earlier. And Elko trailing 20-13 against Muhlenberg. No update on that one. Well, Palmyra is going to take the penalty and send them back to the 44-yard line on the hold. It's illegal use of hands instead of a hold, technically. 3 wide receivers to the near side for Trinity. Man in the slot to the far side, and back to pass is Scott. And he is stumped. Oh, and it's Alon Rhett with a blitz. And Scott hit back into Trinity territory at the 47. Alon Rhett with a blitz. And he is the first sack of the game, and what a big one. They're going to mark it at the 49. But that is a big sack for Alon Rhett on the blitz. The Cougars have not put a lot of pressure on Scott tonight, but now it is third down and a long, long way to go. At the 49-yard line, their own 39, it's a third down situation. Scott looking over the defense, now back to pass, and with some time, now he's going to run with it across the 50, 45, and is brought down just inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And that's Templin with the tackle, Dylan Templin. And it's fourth down and a long way to go. Trinity punted the first time they had the ball, and that's the only time they punted. With 1:35 to play, and Trinity's called a timeout. Well, Scott looks like it's an injury timeout. And if it's fourth down, they probably will take him out anyway for a play, and that will be a punt. 1:35 to play, third quarter. And Palmyra with a 28-12 lead over Trinity. And again, a must-win situation for the Cougars. If they have any hope of making the playoffs, they must win this game. They will take on the Spartans of Milton Hershey next week. It's a game that we may bring you. By the way, speaking of Palmyra and their sports program, they've got a big game tomorrow. First round of the field hockey playoffs. They're taking on Dallastown. That game is at Milton Hershey, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. As the Cougars would like to go back to the state championship game for a third straight year, and with a better outcome than they've had the last two. Last year, of course, losing 1-0 in overtime, and 2 years ago, 1-1 tie. Games that we brought you right here on Lebanon Broadcasting. We still have a timeout as they're still looking over at Sean Scott, although he is standing. when play comes back in, it'll be 4th down and a long way to go. 4th and about 22 from the 44-yard line of Palmyra. Now Scott is being helped off the field, although he is walking. He's not being lifted. And I believe they will punt it away. Well, at least they're set up to punt. Colby Allen Rigg was in punt formation earlier, and instead of punting, he ran for a first down. So they've got to watch him. They didn't watch him the last time. So we'll see what happens here. Rigg needs 22 yards, though, for a first down. The last time he needed just 9. Snap is good, and he kind of pooch punts it, but it was a pretty good punt. Taken by Rigo, and he gets a couple of yards outside the 25 to about the 27-yard line. That's where the Cougars will take over. 1st and 10 for Palmyra from their own 27-yard line with 1:18 to play in the 3rd quarter. And the Cougars leading 28-12. Oh, they're going to spot it right at the 25. So the Cougars would love to get another good drive going, a time-consuming drive, and get up by 3 scores. They lead by 16. In the waning moments of the 3rd quarter, Robertson handing it off to Carl Rigo, excuse me, and Rigo getting a couple of yards out to the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8 for Palmyra from their own 27-yard line. Clock ticking, just a minute left in the 3rd quarter. As Alon Rutt comes in to the huddle with a play. Robertson breaks the huddle. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. And Robertson barking signals, and the handoff to Rhett. Robertson keeps it down the far sideline. That's a first down, and a lot more as he goes out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. First down for Palmyra with just under 30 seconds left. Nice play by Peter Robertson. They're going to spot it right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Nice scamper that time of 13 yards. Sean Carter now coming in. Carter's had 2 big catches in this game, one for a touchdown and then one for a big first down that helped spark that final first half drive for Palmyra. Carter just a sophomore, and he comes out wide to this near side with Burnett inside of him. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Robertson with a low snap, back to pass, under some pressure. Now he swings it out on the far near side rather to Rhett. Rhett's got a blocker, 40. Rhett cuts inside, he breaks up with another tackle and gets to about the 43-yard line, getting something out of nothing. Got about 3 yards on the play, and that's going to finish the end of this 3rd quarter with the score. Palmyra 28 and Trinity 12. You're listening to high school football on WLVR.
If you are 50 pounds or more overweight and suffer from a serious illness such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or sleep apnea, bariatric surgery may be right for you. Learn more from WellSpan bariatric surgeon Jason Marone at a free information session on Wednesday, November 9th at 6:30 p.m. The program will be held at the Palmyra Public Library. Registration is required by calling 717-721-8795.
On your next gift-giving occasion, give the gift of choice. The Lebanon Valley Mall gift card is the perfect hassle-free gift for all occasions. Available in denominations from $10 to $500, it's always a perfect fit. No more worries about size or style when you can choose from more than 45 stores, including Boscov's and Hobby Lobby. There are no per-card purchase fees and free balance inquiry via phone or online. Available only at the Lebanon Valley Mall, just west of Lebanon on Route 422. Become a fan on Facebook.
Back here at Buck Swank Stadium, we're getting ready to start the 4th quarter with the Cougars leading 28-12. Cougars got the only score in that 3rd quarter, and that was the touchdown pass from Robertson to Burnett. That was helped by by two penalties, by the way. So now the Cougars moving right to left. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass, by the way. Cougars with a second down and about 7 from their 43-yard line. And it's a little bit of a mix-up. Now Robertson is going to have to keep it across the 45. Spins close to a first down. He has it into Trinity territory at the 49-yard line. And finally dragged down at the 48. That was a little bit of confusion in the backfield as Robertson and Rhett bumped into each other. And Robertson turned what could have been a big loss into a first down. Cougars with the ball, first down at their own 49-yard line. At the Trinity 49. Robertson barking signals, and now he's going to keep it himself to the 45, or Carl Regal, excuse me, or from the Wildcat. Gets to the 45-yard line. So a gain on the play of about 4. Call it 2nd and 6 for the Cougars from the 45-yard line of Trinity. With 11 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Carter wide to the near side. Burnett to the far side. Robertson with Lalon Rhett. And Rhett gets the ball, sweeping to the far side, to the right. Cuts around the corner, spins for close to a first down. He's got it. At the 33-yard line, Lalon Rhett with a nice run to pick up a first down for Palmyra. Cougars hoping to really put, you might say, the nail in the coffin here with a good drive and points. They lead by 16, 28-12. With under 11 minutes left. Waiting to see where they're going to spot this one. I did not see a flag, although I see one now. And it looks like it's going against Palmyra. That's going to take them back. Now, instead of a first down, they're going to have a second down. And second and about 11 from their own 49-yard line. On the holding call. Now they start the clock back up. 10:40 to play. Kyle Wazalewski coming in with a play for Peter Robertson. And Robertson tells the rest of his Cougars as they break the huddle with Carter wide to the near side, Burnett inside of him, and now Dylan Templin's in a slot to the far side. They have one wide receiver that way. And back to passes Robertson under pressure. It's going to be a screen. It's intercepted. Picked off. And heading to the 20 to the 15-yard line and finally dragged down by Regal. But a big first down as the Cougars tried to set up the screen, and it was picked off by Somerville, Isaac Somerville, who is a big guy. Somerville got his hands up there on the rush and picked it off. Somerville about 6, or at least 6'4", I would say. And now Trinity at the 16-yard line of Palmyra. Palmyra looked like they were driving to put this game away, and instead, the turnover, the first of the game, gives Trinity the ball deep in Palmyra territory at the 16. Tommy Kirchhoff is the quarterback now, and he goes back and now rolls out to the far side, taken by Cooper, and gets the pass away, and it's caught inside the 15 for only about a 2 or 3 yard gain to maybe the 13-yard line. Mason Cooper with a great rush on Kirchhoff. But Kirchhoff did a great job as Cooper was dragging him down to get the pass away. And the ball Another spotted around the 11-yard line. Second down and 5, let's call it. Second and 5 with Rigg in motion. Back to passes Kirchhoff. He throws out the near side. It's caught. But for very little gain, a break of a tackle and down to around the 11 before Robertson makes the tackle on Ty Knopf, who was a touchdown receiver in the first quarter. Now it's third down, still about 5. The handoff is to Rigg, trying to sweep the far side. He's got a hole inside the 5 and close to the goal line, but not quite there. Colby Rigg close to the goal line, and I think he is still on the ground. Officials timeout. 8:57 left in the game, or in the fourth quarter, let's say. And we have an injury timeout, so let's take one as well. Palmyra leading 28-12. You're listening to high school football on WLBR.
We all have times when we want to make home improvements. Whether it's a kitchen or a deck, your home's equity can help you make those improvements. At Members First Federal Credit Union, they can help you with a home equity line of credit. They have great rates, no prepayment penalties, no points, and no closing costs. Plus, you can access your Members First Home Equity Line of Credit anytime. To apply for your Members First Home Equity Line of Credit, stop by any branch location or visit membersfirst.org. Members First Federal Credit Union. They put members first.
Other restrictions or conditions may apply. Members First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender.
8 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Palmyra leading 28-12. We have an injury timeout as one of the Trinity Shamrocks on his back, and looks like they are trying to stretch out the legs a little bit, perhaps a hamstring problem. We'll wait and see. And we cannot see the number. It looks like they're now starting to help him up. And it is Colby Allen Rigg with the injury, so he's going to have to sit out for a play as he's walking off the field under his own power. First and goal for Trinity, and how quickly the fortunes of the football game can turn. As Palmyra looked like they were driving for a big lead, and now Trinity trying to get it within one score. And handoff is to Dwight Moody, and he's in for the touchdown from 5 yards out. I said Dwight Moody, it's Trey Moody, rather. Trey Moody from 5 yards out for the touchdown. And, of course, now Trinity will go for 2. As it's 28-18. But they need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Kirchhoff is the quarterback. Moody is next to him on his left. Kirchhoff back to pass under pressure, and his pass is knocked away, incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is no good, so the Cougars continue to lead by 2 scores, 28-18, with 8:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to high school football on WLBR.
For more than 75 years, Riley Wolfson has been helping individuals and businesses in the Lebanon Valley manage their legal concerns, including estate planning and administration, family law, business law, real estate, and personal injury. Riley Wolfson is a full-service law firm committed to providing quality and personal service to its clients. This is Tim Sheffy, one of the partners at Riley Wolfson. I invite you to call us at 273-3733 or visit our website, RileyWolfson.com.
8 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, and Trinity able to take advantage of the interception by Isaac Somerville, and the interception and return, and they move 16 yards, 3 plays, and score, and now it's a 10-point lead for Palmyra, 28-18. But again, fortunately for the Cougars, they were able to stop that 2-point conversion. Fly drive kick, and it's taken by Hawkins, and Hawkins gets in the middle of the field to the 30 and down at about the 32. Nate Hawkins with the return for Palmyra. And the Cougars with a first down at their own 32. First and 10. And let's see if the Cougars can shake off that interception and get back on track. Still leading by 10. Can't afford any more turnovers, though. Two wide receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Robertson turns and hands it off. Looks like it's Regal. It is. Across the 30 and to about the 35-yard line before he's run out of bounds by Kirchhoff. Also by Jack McHale for the Shamrocks. Pickup of, give him 3. Make it second down and 7. Well, let's give him 2. Second and 8 for the 24. Or the 34, excuse me. Elon Rhett comes in and Dylan Templin comes out. Rhett in the backfield with Robertson. 3 wide receivers to the far side and 1 to the near side. Robertson hands it off to Rhett. Rhett stutters in now, tries to go outside, and is being strung out, and is finally downed across the 35-yard line to about the 37. Third down and about 5. 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. It's a big third down play. They are up by 10, but this game is far from over. The Cougars need a first down. They've got Rhett in the backfield. Regal is in a slot to the near side. They've got 2 wide receivers also out here and 1 to the far side. As Robertson goes back to pass, he throws out the far side, incomplete, intended for Sean Carter at around the 40-yard line. And it's a 3 and out for the Cougars, and they will have to kick it away. And Hunter Dorn is back to kick for the Cougars. So that's the last thing the Cougars needed after giving up a touchdown, was to go 3 and out. Dorn standing at his own 25-yard line. And it's a good snap. Not much of a rush, but one flying Shamrock. And nobody in the back there, so the ball rolls inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That's where Trinity will take over. First and 10 at their own 27-yard line. 7:38 to play. 7:38 to play in the game, or in the fourth quarter, let's call it. And the Cougars with a 10-point lead as the Shamrocks come out. Trinity just scored on the Trey Moody 5-yard run, and now they've got the ball back after the defense held Palmyra to a 3 and out. Moody in motion. It's Kirchhoff back to pass under some pressure. Now throws, it's caught, and with a good run across the 40, 45 to the 47-yard line. That's Ty Knopp once again having a good game. And it's a first down for Trinity at their own 47-yard line. Pickup of about 20 on that one. Kirchhoff doing a good job as he sends Moody in motion to the near side. Back to pass. Looks and throws, and it is caught at the 45-yard line. Now they're going to rule it incomplete. It's ruled that McHale caught it on the short hop. So it's second down. Second down and 10 for Trinity from their own 47-yard line. 7:12 to play, fourth quarter. Trinity trailing by 10. And it's going to be Kirchhoff keeping it across the 50 and into Palmyra territory to the 47-yard line. A pickup of about 8. Close to 8. It's going to be third down and, let's call it 3. Give him 7. Kirchhoff doing a good job at quarterback. Remember, Sean Scott was injured and helped off the field a little bit. Now it's Moody trying to sweep, and he loses yardage back to the midfield stripe. Trey Moody being tracked down by Elon Rhett. They're going to spot the ball. The officials, as Trinity calls a timeout, right at the midfield stripe. It's going to be fourth down. Fourth down and about 6, let's call it. As Trinity calls their first timeout, they've still got 2. Right at the midfield stripe, and let's take a quick timeout ourselves. Palmyra leading 28-18. You're listening to high school football on WLBR.
This is Dave Ozenauer. I'm joined by Skip Becker of the Sun newspaper. And Skip, you really cover local sports.
We do, Dave. You know, high school sports are a big part of Sun Country community life. And the Sun has staff covering every Sun Country high school game every season of the year. The Cougars, the Spartans, the Trojans, the Falcons are all part of our sports beat. The Sun has a special sports section in each week's paper. If you want to see and read about your hometown team, you need to get the Sun delivered right to your mailbox. Just call us, 566-3251. It's only $28 a year.
If you are 50 pounds or more overweight and suffer from a serious...
Trinity at the midfield stripe as they try to cut into the 10-point Cougar lead. Back to pass is Kirchhoff. He throws and it's caught by Rigg, but he's not going to make the first down as he is gang tackled at the 48-yard line of Palmyra, but the Cougars will take over right there. Peter Robertson right there for the tackle, leading the tacklers for Palmyra. So the Cougars take over on downs. That's a big stop for the Cougars. They're going to spot it. The officials at the 47-yard line with still 6.5 minutes to play. Cougars with a first down. Their last 2 possessions have not boded well. They actually 2 possessions ago they were moving the ball nicely, but then the interception, and now and then a 3 and out. Now the handoff, and it's to Regal rather, and he crosses midfield and all the way down to the Trinity 40-yard line. Carl Regal, who started this game with a 63-yard run, picks up a first down. Picked up 13 on the play. And of course now, Palmyra's got a 12th man on the field, and that is the clock. As Nate Hawkins brings in a play. Wazalewski wide to the far side. Looks like Grant Hawes inside of him, and Hawkins to the near side. And now Regal comes in motion and sets up in a slot to this near side as Robertson goes back to pass. Looks now, throws downfield, and it's incomplete. Penalty marker goes down, and they're going to call Dante Manetta again for pass interference, I do believe. That's the second time that would be called against him. Yes, it is, and that's going to be a first down for Palmyra. Cougars were helped greatly by 2 penalties on one of their drives, their touchdown drive of this half. One was an unsportsmanlike conduct call when they were faced with 3rd and 11. But here's another 15-yard penalty against Palmyra. The ball is at the 25-yard line of Trinity. Cougars really trying to make this a 3-score game once again. And the handoff is to Rhett, and Rhett is going to be trapped in the backfield and thrown down outside the 30-yard line. A loss of about 5, as they'll probably spot it around the 30. It's going to be second down and 15. Second and 15 for Palmyra from the 30-yard line. 5:27 to play, clock ticking down. Let's see if Robertson tries to use all the 25 seconds. They can watch the back judge. When the back judge puts his hand up, that means 5 seconds. No, he didn't do that. Rhett with the ball. Right up the middle. He's got some running room. And across the 20, across the 30, and deeper into to Trinity territory near the 20-yard line. Alon Rhett. They're going to make it at the 21-yard line. 3rd down and about 6, let's call it. 3rd and 6 from the 21-yard line. Rhett comes out. And Hawkins in for Palmyra. And Hawkins goes wide to the far side of the field. And to this near side is Wazalewski. Robertson is going to hand it off to Regal. Carl with a big hole up the middle. He's heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Palmyra. Carl that should just about do it. Carl Riegel from 21 yards out. And just 4:24 left. That should put the hay in the barn for the Cougars. The extra point attempt, a little sloppy, but it goes through. And the Cougars lead at 35-18 with 4:24 remaining. And we'll take a quick timeout. With Palmyra leading 35-18, you're listening to high school football on WLBR.
Illness such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or sleep apnea, bariatric surgery may be right for you. Learn more from WellSpan bariatric surgeon Jason Marone at a free information session on Wednesday, November 9th at 6:30 p.m. The program will be held at the Palmyra Public Library. Registration is required by calling 717-721-8795.
Led Knight here from Bucks Rank Stadium. 4 minutes, 24 seconds remaining. And the Cougars now with a 17-point lead at 35-18. So it's a 3-score lead for Palmyra. And that should just about do it, barring, again, defensive collapses, special teams collapses from the near hash mark. A kickoff by Hines, taken at the 20-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Across the 30, 35, 40, and down the far sideline, and one man to beat, and it's finally dragged down is Dante Manetta, who had those 2 pass interference calls, but he gets a big return into Palmyra territory to the 37. And that's not what Palmyra wanted. The time is fleeting as Trinity has just 2 timeouts remaining. The officials spot the ball at the 37 of Palmyra. Kirchhoff is the quarterback. Scott started the game but was injured a few minutes ago. Now Kirchhoff, and he's done a pretty good job. And the handoff is to Colby Rigg, and Rigg getting a couple of tough yards across the 35-yard line on the left-hand side. Picked up about 3 to the 34. Call it 2nd down and 7 for Trinity. They're really going to have to throw the ball. They can't afford to be running and letting the clock run. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Kirchhoff back to pass, looks, now throws out to Knopp. Knopp drops the ball at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 from the 34-yard line. Of course, it's 4-down territory now the rest of the game for Trinity as they trail by 17 points. 35-18, 3:38 remaining in the game. And now it looks like Trinity's going to call a timeout, and that gives them just 1 remaining. 1 timeout left for Trinity. They trail by 17, so things not looking too good for the Shamrocks. Let's take a look at how the town scores. Muhlenberg still leading Elko, but now it is 27-20. 27-20. Muhlenberg over Elko. They still have, according to my sources, that's still a 3rd quarter score, but it's probably closer to the 4th score. Final score, Northern Lebanon has defeated Columbia 42-0. That's a final score. 42-0, Northern Lebanon over Columbia. And Anvil Cleona, that should be a final. It is 55-13. Anvil Cleona defeats Pequea Valley. Now it's Trinity with the ball. On a 3rd down and 7, back to pass is Kirchhoff. He is trying to run up the middle, and he is hammered by Ebling, Tyler Ebling, at the 30-yard line, short of the first down by about 4. It's 4th down and 4. 4th and 4 for Trinity, and this is just about their last hurrah. As Kirchhoff back to pass, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete, deflected on the way in, and it was deflected by Zach Quinn. Good play by Zach, and the Cougars take over 1st and 10 with just 3 minutes and 9 seconds left. The Lebanon game they still have in progress, 64-13. Manheim Township over Lebanon. And Cedar Crest has defeated Elizabethtown 27-0. That's a final score. Now Robertson handing it off and up the middle for a couple of tough yards. As for Regal, Carl Regal. And it'll be 2nd down and about 9. 2nd and 9 from their own 33-yard line for the Cougars. They just are content now to let the clock run. I don't think we'll see the ball in the air again. Trinity with just 1 timeout remaining. And they're down 17. Palmyra leading 35-18. 2 wide receivers to the near side. 1 to the far side. And it's an I formation, but it's next to Robertson, and Robertson's going to keep the ball this time and breaks a tackle and gets to the 40-yard line before he's finally spun down about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. And a penalty marker goes down. Actually, it flew up and then came down. Flew up very high in the air. And that probably is going against Trinity, I'm going to guess, but we'll see. It's a dead ball foul, and it's a personal foul. Oh, no, that's not good. Against Palmyra. You just don't need that. That's just kind of silly. That's a bad mental mistake, and it's just unnecessary. Cougars with a personal foul penalty. They'll march the ball back with the officials back to the 25-yard line. The down goes over. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd down at about 17. Robertson again with an eye, but next to him, not behind him, and hand off to Regal, and Carl gets only about 2 yards to the 27-yard line. It'll be 4th down. 4th down for Palmyra. Let's change that to Eddie Cannon with the carry that time. 4th down, less than 2 minutes to play. 1:42 to go. And the Cougars will kick it away. Hunter Dorn will kick it. Cougars are going to win this game. This was a tougher one than a lot of folks thought it was going to be. Although the one prognosticator I read called it 32-16. Well, they called it pretty close. 35-18. So pretty close prediction there as we have a timeout on the field. And Palmyra is going to call it, again with 1:27 left, and let's keep it right here. We're certainly not going to change things as far as punting, I would suspect. 4th and a long way to go. Cougars led 21-12 at halftime. Touchdowns for Palmyra by Regal, Carter, and Rhett. 2 touchdowns by Trinity, by Knopp and Moody, but Trinity missed their 2-point conversions, and Palmyra made all 3 of their extra points. So they had a 9-point lead at halftime, and then Palmyra got off to a good start with on their first possession with a touchdown pass from Robertson to Burnett. And then after Moody scored from 5 yards out to make it 28-18, turning an interception into a score for Trinity, and Palmyra scored Carl Regal with a 21-yard run. And that's where we stand right now, 35-18. Palmyra with just 1:27 left after the timeout. And the snap comes back, and the kick is high and spiraling, and it is taken at the 48 on a good tackle. Nice tackle that time by Carl Wazalewski. as DeMonte Porter took that punt. Got a 2-yard return. Good tackle by Wazalewski. We mentioned his name a number of times coming in to the huddle, but now we get to call it on a real nice defensive play from the special teams. 1st and 10 for Trinity, right from the midfield stripe. 1:18 left. They only have one timeout, and they're down 17. And Kirchhoff back to pass. Looking, now throws over the middle, and it is caught, I believe, at around the 36-yard line of Palmyra. Pick up a 14. 1st and 10 for Trinity. We're not just going to let the clock run out without a fight. Moody in motion to the far side. Kirchhoff by himself. Goes long down the far sideline, and it's incomplete, well overthrown. It was intended for Jack McHale. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Trinity from the Palmyra 36-yard line with just 58 seconds left. Kirchhoff looking over the defense, sends Moody in motion to the far side. Back to pass is Kirchhoff. Under some pressure now, rolls out to this side, throws back, and it's caught by DeMonte Porter. Porter running against the grain to the far sideline, dragged down. But he picked up a 1st down, did Porter. Robertson with the tackle. Palmyra will play Milton Hershey next week right here. We might have that game for you on Lebanon Broadcasting. Could also be Donegal at Anvil Cleona. Now it's Kirchhoff back to pass. Under pressure, rolls out to the near side again. Throws into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, I believe. Let's see. Yes, it is. It's a touchdown for Ty Knopp, his 2nd of the game. Kirchhoff with his 1st touchdown pass of the year. To Ty Knopp, his 2nd touchdown of the game. And it's 35-24. And again, a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Kirchhoff hands it off to Rigg, and Rigg trying to battle his way into the end zone, but he's going to be stopped short. And for the 4th time, the extra point, 2-point conversion attempt is no good. Cougars lead 35-24 with just 27 seconds left. Just 27 seconds remaining. And a final score in the Middletown game. Middletown defeats Milton Hershey 49-20. So 2 undefeated teams in this section in the division, and Middletown with a big second quarter, 28-point second quarter, wins 49-20 over Milton Hershey. Now we were also going to check that Donegal score, and Donegal and Lancaster Catholic are 14-14. So that's a big game for Anvil Cleona. As if Donegal should lose that game, we might well do Donegal and Anvil Cleona next week. Middletown remains undefeated, by the way, with their win. Trinity getting ready to kick it off. Just under 27 seconds left. They'll try an onside kick, and now it's going to be recovered, I believe, by Trinity. Now the ball's loose, and the Trinity Shamrocks, they're signaling they have the ball. That was very well executed by Trinity. Just a little dribbler, and the kicker ran ahead, and they do have the ball. Trinity recovers the onside kick with just 23 seconds left. But they're down by 11. So they need a long touchdown pass and another onside kick and another long touchdown pass, which is not likely, but not impossible. Kirchhoff at quarterback. 3 wide receivers to the near side. One to the far, Moody in motion. Back to passes, Kirchhoff. He looks, he throws long downfield. It's going to be incomplete. Well overthrown, intended for Jack McHale. Covered by Carl Regal around the 5-yard line. It's second down and 10. 17.6 seconds left. But you got to hand it to Trinity. They are putting all out here in the final minute. Cougars lead by 11, 35-24. And now a penalty against Trinity, and it's a 15-yarder. And I did not see what that. The referee is going to call holding, and so it was well behind the line of scrimmage. So it's still first down, but now it's first down and really 59 yards to go because they need a touchdown. First downs aren't going to help them particularly. Kirchhoff under pressure, goes out far sideline, caught by Moody. Moody gang tackled right at about the 40-yard line, maybe just inside it. Clock ticking down, 6 seconds left, and that's going to do it. That is the end of the ball game. Final score, Palmyra 35 and Trinity 24. We'll be back with totals and a wrap-up right after these messages. You're listening to high school football on WLBR.
On your next gift-giving occasion, give the gift of choice. The Lebanon Valley Mall gift card is the perfect hassle-free gift for all occasions. Available in denominations from $10 to $500, it's always a perfect fit. No more worries about size or style when you can choose from more than 45 stores, including Boscov's and Hobby Lobby. There are no per-card purchase fees and free balance inquiry via phone or online. Available only at the Lebanon Valley Mall, just west of Lebanon on Route 422. Become a fan on Facebook.
We all have times when we want to make home improvements. Whether it's a kitchen or a deck, your home's equity can help you make those improvements. At Members First Federal Credit Union, they can help you with a home equity line of credit. If great rates, no prepayment penalties, no points, and no closing costs. Plus, you can access your Members First Home Equity line of credit anytime. To apply for your Members First Home Equity line of credit, stop by any branch location or visit membersfirst.org. Members First Federal Credit Union. They put members first.
Other restrictions or conditions may apply. Members First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender.
Since 1940, Riley Wolfson has kept pace with the changing legal needs of the Lebanon Valley. We are committed to ensuring the individuals and businesses we serve receive the full benefit of sophisticated and experienced legal advice, whether it's estate planning and administration, family law, business law, real estate, or personal injury. This is Lauren Schrum, partner at Riley Wolfson. I invite you to call us at 273-3733 or visit our website, RileyWolfson.com.
This is Dave Ozenauer. I'm joined by Skip Becker of the Sun newspaper. And Skip, the Sun has great local coverage.
You're right, Dave, we do. The Sun covers Sun Country. We cover everything that happens between Hummelstown to Palmyra and all the townships in between. If you get all the national and international news you want on the web, but if your kids or grandkids do something great, you'll only find their picture in the Sun. No charge.